Thank you for your thoughts. The new guest was good, had a good mix of humour and seriousness too. I've just picked up a new Italian Greyhound and I haven't named him yet. In typical Two Men No Hope fashion, I would like a few options.
Okay.
I'm going to need to look at a picture of an Italian Greyhound to see it.
They look like a greyhound, but they're little and grey. They're like quite small, about not much bigger than Rocco.
Oh, is that what that one's called?
They look like a whippet.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like a whippet, like a yippy sort of dog.
Yeah.
Looks a bit like a Dobby.
That's what I was going to say. Dobby's a good name. Yeah. The ears,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, the curl down.
I was looking at them for a while. Me and Charlotte were thinking about getting Rocco a brother. But we didn't in the end.
I've always liked
the name Milo. I do like the name Milo. It's a very common name, but I like it.
It's very close to Rocco, though.
Yeah, but that's why Rocco was going to be a Milo. Rocco was actually Milo. The little girl that was at the breeder, their little girl called him Milo for the first 3 weeks of his life.
You know my views on changing dogs' names, Jamie.
Yeah, you're the only person with that view. if I just changed your name, called fucking Clive, yeah, I'm not adopting him if they're not letting me change the name. That is literally what's going to happen. I'm not going to be shouting Clive in the park because we've talked about dog names before. You got to think about what you're going to shout.
I'm still fighting for a listener to name their dog Gooch.
Well, there we go. That could be a name.
No, it's too small to be a Gooch. Well, I suppose a Gooch is small, isn't it?
Gucci. Gucci.
I still stand by. You've got to try and yell it a few times.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a few names that I like. Great. You could call it. I think blue. Calling it blue because that colour is technically blue. What they are.
What, grey?
Yeah.
Grey's technically blue.
Yeah, it's like Rocco's technically red, so they're blue.
Ginger.
No, I'm not calling him Ginger. I'm not calling him Ginger. I only call him Ginger when I'm upset at him. I call him a little ginger cunt when I'm upset at him.
Yeah, you do actually. You do, yeah. Minge. Oi, Minge.
I think Blue's a nice name because that's what that grey is supposed to be.
All that reminds me of. Have you seen that film Old School with Will Ferrell? He's like, "You're my boy, Blue."
The old boy, isn't it?
The old man, yeah, that dies in the fucking yeah. You're my boy, Blue. I'm terrible at fucking picking names. I really am. Like I said before, I'm the sort of guy that goes on a game and it's like enter your name, and I would just put Dan.
Oh, really?
Because I can't think of anything. I think I put Jesus once because that made me laugh, and it's like, well, there's Jesus. That made me laugh as well. I think it depends on the dog because I think when you meet the dog, the way it acts and things is the way you pick the name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But Gooch is at the top of my I will have a dog. I can't wait to be in the park and be like, Gooch! And then me and Sabine were talking about dogs, right? And I want a Scottish Terrier.
Mm.
And I'd call it Scotty.
You'd call it Scotty?
Yeah, because I'm original. That's not a joke either. I'm being deadly serious. That's
They're quite hard to come by nowadays. They're not a popular breed anymore. They were popular in the 90s and 80s.
They're just mouthy. I just like the face. The face is what gets me.
Mm. I do like. I don't mind them using some empathy towards me and calling their dog Rocco after the first Rocco. I don't mind that.
I thought you were going to say call it Jamie.
No, can't call a dog Jamie. I find it really stupid if people call them human names. Really
Rocco's
stupid.
A human name.
Yeah, well, it's not a human name when I regard it as Rocco.
No, I'm the same. I don't think you should name a dog a human name. Like our family dog's Chewie because he looked like Chewbacca from Star Wars. Yeah. Why would you call it a person's name? I just don't get that. Like
So
Trevor.
I know a guy. His dog's called Dave, isn't it? Like, why the fuck would you call your dog Dave?
What about dog?
That's in a movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a movie where they just call the dog Dog.
That's not. What's the dog in I Am Legend? That's not dog, is it?
I don't know. I can't remember. That was so long ago. That film.
Yeah, no. I think it was something recently. And there's like a kid, and it's like, what's your dog's name? And he's like, dog.
Oh, The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead. Daryl looks after a dog for a little while, and it's called Dog.
Oh, okay.
It's an Alsatian.
There you go. I don't know. It's hard. It is hard.
Roscoe's a cool name.
Oh yeah, Roscoe's quite cool.
I call my ornament. We've got an ornament of Rocco, and I call it Roscoe.
I just suck. I suck at picking names. I really do. I just like stupid names. Like I said, like Minge and Gooch, and then like I loved Dreamcatcher. The guy's name was Duddits. Like any name that you can say that's either embarrassing to say or embarrassing for the dog is okay with me.
What was that dog? You could call it Fenton, after the famous viral dog Fenton.
Fenton?
Yeah.
That's such an annoying thing to say, though. Fenton.
Well, that's the viral sensation, isn't it? Fenton. Surely you've seen the Fenton video.
I don't. Stop saying Fenton.
Have you not seen the Fenton video?
Stop saying that. Okay, well, no, I haven't. No.
Oh, Dan, this is the epitome. This is what I imagine me doing in a park when I'm. Hang on, I'm gonna have to find it.
That's such a like. I'm stick with names like that are like easy to say, like roll off the tongue. That's just like the Argos thing.
Yeah, I'll send it to you now. This is comedy. This is like when you haven't heard of I'm Waiting for a Mate. This is like same level famous. This is like one of the most famous videos ever. It's like Fenton! Fenton! The dog's going for the deer. He don't give a fuck.
Who names their fucking dog Fenton? That's that's a horrible name to yell.
Yeah.
Fenton.
Yeah.
But you can't even abbreviate it.
Thing is, unless I'm annoyed at Rocco, he 95% of the time isn't being called by his name anyway. I call him nearly everything else.
Right. So let's see what the top names are that people call an Italian Greyhound. Bella?
Yeah.
No. Luna? Rocco?
There you go. Rocco.
Stella? I hate that. Stella's such a... No. No.
Again, it's a human name
Stella! Nah. Enzo? I quite like that.
Enzo is quite cool.
Yeah. Romeo? No, I don't like that. Luca?
Luca's like I know a dog called Luca. That's quite a cool name.
Massimo?
No.
Like the coffee machine?
Be shouting Massimo, Massimo. No, it's just not. That don't work.
Gino?
Nah. Gino De Campo. That's all I'm thinking.
Aurora? How could you yell that in the park?
Aurora.
No.
I'd lose my voice. I nearly lost my voice doing it then.
What's that say? Gabana? Gabana? Fuck knows. Matteo.
That's a fucking midfielder for Brighton.
Yeah, yeah. Giovanni?
Why are they all like Italians?
Because it's an Italian Greyhound.
Oh, so they're actually just calling it Italian fucking men's names.
Yeah. What was the one we liked? Enzo.
Meatball.
It doesn't look like a meatball. It looks more like string cheese. It's thin and wiry, isn't it?
Spaghetti. Linguini.
Linguini. Luigi.
You call it Lin for short.
Iggy.
Yeah,
I don't mind that. It's quite nice, Iggy. I feel like we've taken on a whole thing here where we're just throwing any name that I can find on the internet.
I think Roscoe. I like Roscoe. I think that's going to be my official entry.
I like Enzo. I thought it was quite good.
Enzo's a good, yeah. I know a guy called Enzo as well. Well, his name is Lorenzo.
Adrino, Alfredo, Antonio, Dino, Lorenzo, Lucan.
What's the famous mafioso guy? Al Capone, isn't it? You could call it Capone.
Oh yeah, I quite like Capone. Yeah, these were like Italian names. Dominic, Francesco, Franny,
Freddy Five Fingers.
I don't think we helped you out at all there, but we had a good talk. Hopefully you found one name in there, or you could do what the last listener did and just ignore the entire thing and pick your own, which I think was probably the wisest thing to do. But thank you for including us. We hope the dog is well trained and isn't a pain in the ass, but we all know dogs are. And when you find out the name, please let us know so we can update the listeners.